There was once a man named Job living in the land of Uz. He was kind, honest, and deeply faithful to God. Job loved his wife and children, and his home was filled with laughter and joy. God blessed him with many sheep, good land, and peaceful days. Everything Job had was a gift, and he lived each day with gratitude and contentment. In heaven, a test was allowed. Job's faith was about to be proven, not because God doubted him, but to show that true faith does not depend on blessings. In a single moment, Job lost everything he had, and his heart was filled with sorrow. Yet even in his pain, Job did not turn away from God. Job sat alone in silence, covered in ashes and sorrow. Though his heart was heavy, his faith had not left him. Job became very weak and sick, sitting alone in dust and ashes. His body was tired, and his heart was heavy with pain. Yet even in his suffering, Job did not curse God. He cried, he waited, and he trusted, believing that God was still with him, even when he could not understand why this was happening. Job's friends came to sit with him. At first they were silent, but soon they began to speak. They believed Job must have done something wrong, but Job knew his heart was honest, and he struggled to understand why this had happened. Then from the storm, God spoke to Job. He did not answer with anger, but with great power and wisdom. God reminded Job that he created the earth, the skies, and the seas. He asked questions that showed how small human understanding can be. Job realized that God's ways are greater than his own, and that even in suffering, God is still in control. After hearing God speak, Job bowed his head in humility. He realized that he did not know everything, and that God's wisdom was far greater than his own. Job did not argue or complain anymore. Instead, he trusted God completely and accepted that some things are beyond human understanding. After all his suffering, Job remained faithful. He did not curse God even in pain, and in time God answered him. His strength was renewed, his losses restored, and his days were filled again with joy and peace. Job learned that faith is not proven in comfort, but in endurance, and his story reminds us, even in the darkest trials, hope still rises. After all Job had endured, God restored him. The Lord gave Job peace again, healed his suffering, and blessed him with even more than before. Job's story reminds us that pain is not the end, and suffering does not mean God has left us. Even when life feels unfair, faith still matters. If you are going through hard times today, remember this: God sees you, God knows your pain, and God restores in His perfect time. Hold on, your story is not over. Book of Job 42:10-12. The Lord restored Job's fortunes and gave him twice as much as he had before. Job 42:10. Neve.
You are here. I lift my